time for a new unit called Key Rooms and Chord Functions, where we're going to learn how chords operate or function within a major key. There are stresses and pulls and pushes among the chords that make music interesting. For instance, you could have 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you could have simply 1 going to 4, back and forth. And this has a very calming effect. You could have 1 going to 5, and then making the 5 chord even more dynamic or tense. And then that chord changing to another chord, which brings us to the 6th chord in the key of C major. So all of these things are called progressions, and the chords within the progressions are functioning in a certain way. And that's what we're going to explore for the next who knows how many lessons. Okay, hope you enjoy and stay tuned. So today we'll be using the sheet from lesson 14 of Unit 3. There it is. In which we put the 1 chord and the 5 chord in all of the different major keys. But today we're going to expand on that. We're going to make the 5 chord more powerful by adding what's called a 7th. And the 5 chord is now going to be called a dominant 7th chord or a 5/7 chord. So in lesson 14 of Unit 3, we constructed in each key, each major key I should say, the 1 chord and the 5 chord. And so we just built triads at those points. So the 5 chord in C was G, B, D, and now what we're going to do is go up 1, 3, 5, 7, and add an F on the top. And this chord is now called G7th, or the 5/7 chord. So instead of having just GBD, we now have GBDF, which is much more dissonant and much more inclined to make us want to leave this chord for something more pleasurable, like an A minor or a C major. So let's put this chord under the microscope and do a little analysis. What is a dominant 7th chord? So a dominant 7th chord is simply, let's put an equal sign, equals a major triad on the bottom so GBD being the major triad on the bottom, and then on the outside, the interval on the outside, the G to F is a minor 7th. Major triad on the bottom, minor 7th on the outside. And that combination of things is what distinguishes this chord, this 4-part chord, from other chords. To give you an example, a major 7th, C, E, G, B, is a major triad with a major 7th on the outside. D, F, A, C is a minor 7th, so it has a minor triad at the bottom and a minor 7th on the outside. So this is distinct in that it has the major on the bottom and then a minor 7th on the outside. So we're going to go through each of the 15 keys today. And in C major, the 5 chord is G7th, and you have to practice saying GBDF, GBDF, GBDF until it just rolls off your tongue. It's important that you know this and you can pull it right up because we're going to be analyzing this chord, all of these dominant sevenths, in more detail. So let's move on to C sharp major. The 5 chord is a G sharp 7th. I've simply added an F on the top, and then I consult my key signature, and I see that there's an F sharp, and we make that a sharp. So G sharp 7th is G sharp, B sharp, D sharp, F sharp. And let's say it 3 or 4 times together. Ready? G sharp, B sharp, D sharp, F sharp. G sharp, B sharp, D sharp, F sharp. Read right up. G sharp, B sharp, D sharp, F sharp. I think 3 times is enough. All right, we're moving down to D flat major. We need the 5-7 chord. So we have the root, 3rd, and the 5th, so we have to add a 7th, which is a G, and we notice from the key signature that the G is flat. So A flat 7th, or the 5-7 chord, is now A flat C, E flat, G flat. Again, A flat C, E flat, G flat, and one more time. A flat C, E flat, G flat. All right, let's look at D major. 5 chord is A major, A, C sharp, E. We need to add a 7th, which is a G on top. So we have root, 3rd, 5th, 7th. And this becomes an A 7th and 5-7. And let's repeat together. A, C sharp, E, G. Again, A, C sharp, E, G. Again, A, C sharp, E, G. Let's look at the next, which is E flat major. 5 chord is B flat major. 1, 3, 5 is B flat, D, F. We add an A on the ledger line above, and that's our 7th. And then we go over to the key signature. We notice that the A is flatted. And that makes sense because B flat to A flat is our minor 7th on the outside. So let's say these together. So B flat 7th, here we go. B flat, D, F, A flat. B flat, D, F, A flat. Again, B flat, D, F, A flat. E major is next. The 5 chord is B major, B, D sharp, F sharp. We need a 7th, which is some kind of A. Okay, now we have 1, 3, 5, 7. We go over to the key signature, check if there's an A sharp over here. There isn't, so it's an A natural. So the chord is B, D sharp, F sharp, A. And let's say it together. B, D sharp, F sharp, A. Again, B, D sharp, F sharp, A. Again, B, D sharp, F sharp, A. And that's our B 7th chord. In F major, the 5 chord is simply C major. So we have 1, 3, 5. The 7th is some kind of B. We look over to the key signature. The B is flatted. So you notice we have our major triad, C, E, G on the bottom, and then a minor 7th of C to B flat on the outside. So let's say this together. C 7th is C, E, G, B flat. Again, C, E, G, B flat. Again, C, E, G, B flat. Okay, page 2, F sharp major. The 5 chord is C sharp major, C sharp, E sharp, G sharp. That's 1, 3, 5. And we have to add some kind of B up here. Let's check the key signature. Is there a B sharp over here? No. So we have C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, B as our C sharp 7th chord. Let's say those together. C sharp 7th is C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, B. Again, C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, B. And again, C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, B. And now we have F sharps enharmonic equivalent, which is G flat major. The 5 chord was D flat major, D flat, F, A flat. So the 7th is going to be some kind of C. Let's go over to the key signature, and yes, C is flatted. So for D flat 7th, we have D flat, F, A flat, C flat. Let's say it again. D flat, F, A flat, C flat. Again, D flat, F, A flat, C flat. That's our D flat 7th chord. All right, in G major, the 5 chord was D major, D, F sharp, A. That's the root 3rd, 5th. The 7th is a C. Notice in the key signature there is no C sharp. Also notice that D, F sharp, A is our major triad on the bottom. D to C is our minor 7th on the outside, being the outside interval. So we have D 7th, and that's our 5/7 chord. All right, let's say these notes together. D, F sharp, A, C. Again, D, F sharp, A, C. Again, D, F sharp, A, C. One more time. D, F sharp, A, C. And A flat major, the 5 chord was E flat, G, B flat, 1, 3, 5. The 7th is some kind of D. Let's check the key signature. There's a D flat. So E flat 7th is E flat, G, B flat, D flat. Again, E flat, G, B flat, D flat. And one more time, E flat, G, B flat, D flat. All right, 5 chord of A major is E major. We have 1, 3, 5. The 7th is some kind of D. We check the key signature. There's no D sharp, so it remains just a plain D natural. So here's E 7th. Let's say the notes. E, G sharp, B, D. Again, E, G sharp, B, D. And again, E, G sharp, B, D. Should be able to just race through them very quickly. All right, 5 chord of B flat major is F, F, A, C. A minor 7th above F is an E flat, and voila, there is an E flat in the key signature, so it checks out. Our new 5/7 chord, F 7th, is F, A, C, E flat. Let's do it again. F, A, C, E flat. F 7th, F, A, C, E flat. One more time. F, A, C, E flat. All right, the 5 chord of B is F sharp major, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp. The 7th is going to be an E of some kind. Let's check the key signature. There's no E sharp over here, so it remains an E natural. So F sharp 7th is F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, E. Again, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, E. And again, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, E. And last but not least is C flat major, which is the same as B. It's the enharmonic equivalent. So the 5 chord, instead of being F sharp major, is G flat major. So we have 1, 3, 5. The 7th is some kind of F. We check the key signature. And yes, there is an F flat. So G flat 7th is G flat, B flat, D flat, F flat. Say it. G flat, B flat, D flat, F flat. Again, G flat, B flat, D flat, F flat. And that should do it for today. Take care until next time.